Hi everyone, it's Kristen here from the Dahlia Society with brand new arrivals this week. I've got a couple of new makes to show you, one of which I'm wearing, I'm really happy with, and this is from some brand new fabric I have to show you as well. Now I've got a big announcement to make. If you are wanting an advent calendar this Christmas, we have just opened pre-orders. Head over to the website. Now, of course, anyone that signed up to the email newsletters that come out each week would have been warned about this last week. So if you're not on our email list, make sure you sign up because you will find out about those things before anyone else. Now, we are shipping them worldwide and we do have limited numbers, although this is the biggest number we've ever done, but we've had so many inquiries, so I'm thinking they're going to get snapped up pretty quick. And I know how much you guys love these from the previous years. This is our 4th year of doing the advent calendar. I'll put some pics up to remind you of the previous years, just how exciting it is. We love doing this. We really like putting lots of thought into the goodies inside. And of course, we also like to make sure that the gifts are from as many independent makers as we can find, especially local to us or Australian, and especially female-owned independent little businesses. We think we love giving those a big push. And there's a couple of international makers that we absolutely love that are also really wonderful female-owned companies that we couldn't leave out. We just love keeping things different each year to keep you guys guessing. So not only are there sewing gifts, you'll also have scented gifts and really yummy edible gifts in there as well that I think you're going to love. We're really trying hard every year to keep you guys guessing. We don't want to put just the old generic things in there that you may already have. I mean, most sewers have, an unpicker or, a pair of snips. We want to be putting different things in. But in saying that, if we found a beautiful engraved unpicker, that's the kind of thing we're after. We don't want just the generic sewing things. We want to keep it a bit special, and I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way. So those pre-orders have opened today. Now, a few rules to remember: if you're ordering an advent calendar, there's one advent calendar per order. We can't put any other orders with those, so it has to be standalone calendar order, one per invoice. There's nothing stopping you buying, 2 or 3 calendars if that's the way you want it, as long as they're all on separate invoices, because when we ship these all out en masse in either the end of October, early November, it is a huge task to make sure that these all sync up and in sequence perfectly. Now, if you do make the mistake and order something with that advent calendar, because they're not being posted out till November, that item will be cancelled off your order. So just to make things simple so that it's pretty much foolproof and we can get these out and posted out for you to all enjoy in time for Christmas. So we love doing this, but it is a huge job and we want to make sure it all goes off without a hitch. So yeah, if you're wanting one of those calendars, definitely head over to the website to check them out. What else do I have to talk about? It feels so long since I've done one of these new fabric videos, and although there's been, we've had stock take, I've had a bit of a sort of a quiet time of year before our new ranges all start coming in. I've had Phoebe off, she's been really sick with tonsillitis, so there's no makers gallery at the moment. The next couple of weeks we'll be getting one out, and if you have a pic to send in to us with a beautiful make that maybe you've made from one of our patterns or fabric, send them into Kristen at the dahliasewciety.au, and we'll try and have that vlog out in the next week or so. As soon as Phoebe's voice returns, we'll get that filmed because we really want to get these out and show you guys all the beautiful makes that have been happening. So I hope you've all been really well, and I hope you're getting lots of sewing time in. The next bespoke box will be, I think it is the 10th of August. The theme for that would be a really lovely theme. We've really tried to keep this theme all tied in together, especially with the goodies inside. We're really loving how it's coming up. And this is called Desert Dream. So I'm going to put some pics up of what we're putting together, get a bit of inspiration out there. So that'll be not this Sunday coming, but the next. So that's our next one coming. And then after that, September will be our first spring box. It'll be a deluxe designer edition box as well. So we have all our bespoke boxes for the rest of the year sorted out. So it's really lovely actually to be thinking, heading in towards Christmas. That Christmas one's looking very special. That's one we love doing as well. Our bespoke boxes for Christmas is always something a bit a bit of a gala kind of event. So yeah, we love putting the Chrissy things together. Now I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing in a mini, but first I want to show you this beautiful fabric. Now this is a stunner of a print. It is a viscose satin, but it's got quite a lot of body to it. Normally think of about a satin being really, really ultra shiny and very flimsy. This has got a really nice substance to it, and you'll see the viscose satin has quite a bit of structure and drape, so both together, but I love it. It's called Moon Dust Garden. This is the most gorgeous print. I am so tempted to take some of this. I actually have got a few pattern suggestions for this particular fabric. I think it would look amazing in the new Pattern Emporium Spill the Tea. I haven't sewn it up yet. I've been busily sewing about 3 other things, but that's next on my list. But I can see in so many of our beautiful patterns, the one that stood out to me the most was, of course, the Joe that the lovely Kristen from Gemini Stitches over in the UK had made up. And I think that bit of structure in this viscose satin will make the beautiful croissant shaped sleeve really stand out. So it'll be beautiful for anything with a bit of a statement sleeve. The other one I think would look amazing in this is the Laura from True Bias. Now the True Bias Laura can be made with that big dramatic sleeve, or you can make it in the strappy version as well. Now, talking about strappy versions, we had so many comments on the last vlog that I was talking about how I'm not a huge fan of thin straps, or just straps in any way, shape or form. I find them quite annoying. Although I love the look of them, they look amazing on other people. I just don't think they're something I can pull off, and I prefer more of a halter neck if I'm going to go full on no straps, or a sleeveless style. But a lot of you resonated with that, and a lot of you were talking about how you felt the same way. And I have actually got a vlog coming out soon with some vintage patterns that I wish would be recreated, and I think I'm going to have to recreate them myself because I am looking for the perfect summer dress this year. But I really, really love the Laura. I think that would be amazing in this beautiful viscose satin. I love the colours in this as well. The pop of purple and green is incredible. If you're wanting to make a statement blouse, of course, your Mason Fauve Bellini. Mason Fauve have got the most gorgeous blouses. If you want to make a dressy blouse, I think this is the pattern for you. And it has these really cute little pin tuck sleeves. You could really show that up with a gorgeous showy button. We've just restocked all of our Lise Taylor buttons. You'll see now that we've got the daisy in a lot of the new colours. The purple I think would look, I'll put a bit of pickup so you can see the purple would look incredible with that, with the emerald green. The Eglanton Zoe buttons is a shiny button that's got this gorgeous glitter that I also think would look amazing with that. If you're wanting something without a button, of course, the Cicadella blouse has the beautiful statement puff sleeve and a lovely princess seam at the front as well. Or another dress I think will look incredible is a Coralie Bijoson Austin dress, and that is it has got like kind of a waistband. You can do it with a collar, or you can do it with or without the sleeve. And we've had so many people commenting on how much they've loved the Coralie Bijoson patterns, of course, a French designer that we stock. She has got such a huge catalogue of patterns that we're slowly getting most of them in store. But I think her dresses are just a standout. Even a nice shirt dress would look incredible in that one as well. So that one is on my list. I've already stolen a piece of that. I just have to decide what I'm going to make. But it's looking like I could be making that Joe dress from Closet Core, maybe, to try it out and see what I think about the fit and the sleeve. And yeah, it'll be a gorgeous dress heading into spring summer, I think. So you'll see I've got a new make on. I've been sewing up a storm. I've actually got fabric on the cutting table now, the denim from Fabric Godmother, the Ace leopard print denim. Just to remind you, I was tossing up last vlog what to make. I had so many ideas in my head, and I just thought I'm just going to go with it. The first thing that pops up in my mind, because I've been looking at that beautiful artist jacket from Wardrobe by Me patterns. I love the kind of more casual vibe of it. Although I love a really dressy little jacket, I just won't get as much wear out of it as I think I would with more of an understated casual style jacket. So I'm making that one up. I've got it all cut out ready to start sewing. But when I purchased that PDF pattern, there was a deal going with Wardrobe by Me PDFs. If you bought 2, I think you got the third one for free. Or was it third one half price. I can't remember now. It was a deal going. I think it might have just finished. So I picked up this beautiful boat neck blouse pattern. Now this one's really unusual because you'll see on the pic here, it just looks like a regular style boat neck top. Now you can make it with a knit fabric, but the boat neck has got binding which is in a woven fabric. I made mine up with this beautiful knit that we just got in stock here from Europe, and I love it. It is a basket weave. It's a 80% cotton, 20% poly. It's 400 GSM, so it's kind of a really nice weighty. There's not a huge amount of stretch. There's 40% on horizontal, but only about 20% vertical. And there's not a four-way stretch, it's more of a two-way stretch. So be careful with this kind of weighty knit, especially when you're using things like the neckline. Make sure you stabilize the shoulders with clear elastic. The thing I liked about this pattern is that the woven neck binding helps to stabilize it. So I went ahead and did it for the sleeves and for the hem as well, because I was worried about this fabric stretching out. Yeah, so you do need to think about stabilizing, but it's just such a beautiful, breathable cotton knit fabric that I just thought you would love heading into spring and summer. And of course, this is a kind of fabric you need to be really careful with washing. Make sure gentle hand wash only in cool water, because cotton does have that shrinkage element there, and make sure you dry it flat, because anything with that bit of weight and heavier GSM, things do tend to grow or pull down. You don't want that weight bringing it out of shape. Whenever we sold a lot of knitwear, we were told to do that, roll up in the towel and then stand on it to get the water, to press that water out, and then dry it flat like you would with a knitted garment. When you block the knitwear out, make sure you dry it flat. And it is just gorgeous fabric. So I really like it because it's nice and breathable, being cotton with that little bit of poly, but without the spandex in it, you don't have that big stretch and recovery. So be really careful with that. But when you stabilize it, it would make the most beautiful cardigan or little knit top like this. But I really like the Wardrobe by Me boat neck pattern for this in particular. I do want to make myself a couple of more because I love that woven neck binding. It's a really simple pattern, but really clever. The only thing I would say is that when I cut my bias binding out, I cut it to the size of the pattern, and I made a size medium around the neck and shoulders and large in the body. And the medium neck binding, although the neckline of the garment fitted over my head, the binding being a woven, there's no stretch. So of course, when I sewed it together, I thought this is not going to go over my head. So make sure that you maybe size up with that neck binding, or look once you've sewn it together, make sure it's going to fit over your head. Even if it just fits over, it'll be just enough. You don't need it too wide, because then the fabric could stretch out. If you're doing it with a cotton jersey or a viscose jersey, the same thing. Make sure that your binding just fits that neckline and just fits over your head, and you should be right. And the same thing I've done, the pattern didn't call for the hemming to be done with bias binding, but I decided to do mine because I think it looks really nice. I made sure I measured up the bias binding, that the bottom of the garment was going to fit perfectly, and I'm really happy with how it came up, especially around the sleeves. It gives a really nice finish. And also, if you're going to finish off hem without bias binding, a twin needle stitch is a great way to do it, or a zigzag stitch as well. And I just sewed the rest of it up with my overlocker, and I'm really happy with how it came up. So the fabric is really lovely, being a basket weave. I'll show you up close what I mean. It's really quite weighty, and I'll show you up close what I mean about the basket weave. It's just gorgeous. So really, really nice cotton, breathable, and be perfect for heading into the warmer seasons. But yeah, really nice for cardigans and sweater style tops. That's the wine, which is what I'm wearing, and I really love this. The pink, the antique rose, has already started selling, and it's just about sold out. So that's all we have left of that color. It's a really dusty pinky mauve color, which is just so gorgeous for this time of year. Yeah, and a lot of people have been purchasing the Pigeon Wishes buttons. The 25mm buttons go really nicely with these as well, if you're thinking about a cardigan. The other color is gorgeous as well. It's the ochre. So that is just such a really lovely color for going with so many different things. But I'm really tempted to make one of each. I don't think there's going to be any pink left after today, but maybe one of each, even in a cardigan. So straight away, the pattern that sprang to my mind was the Grab a Cuppa from Pattern Emporium. I know that you can make that with or without buttonholes. You can do it in crop length, hip length, and really long length as well. It's the sort of fabric, because there's not a huge amount of drape, it'd be perfect for a more stable cardigan. So maybe something with a side split would look really good as well. Sometimes it has that more almost like a woven structure to it. Although it's a knit, it's sort of in between both. But these are a few patterns I think would look amazing in this basket weave knit fabric. This is the Elaize cardigan by Charcu. Only thing I would say about that with that really dainty little button is that you're going to be it's a loose weave, so you may find that those tiny little buttons will get they'll disappear a bit in the garment, so be careful of that. The Emporia Patterns Elliot cardigan is another really simple, basic cardigan that I think would look awesome with that. Or maybe the Marlowe sweater is another one that I think would look gorgeous. I think that might be our last Marlowe left. So yeah, really nice fabric for little sweater tops. Also the Sweet Cheeks by Pattern Emporium, if you want to use it for a sweater style top. That one is a great little sort of boxy style knit top. The Amara vest is another one from Tazudi Patterns. I don't think we've got that pattern left in stock, but it's a great little, just a short sleeve boxy little top for stable knit fabrics, but this would be perfect as well for it. So they're my pattern suggestions for this gorgeous knit fabric. You might see another fabric here that rings a bell, and this is the beautiful Blush Tulips. We've had this in a while ago. It was one of our most popular knits that we had in autumn, and you can see why, because the beautiful color on there. It's a French terry, so again perfect for this time of year if you're looking at getting some more trans-seasonal sewing done. And of course you've got a really great stretch there, horizontal and vertical. So the picks that I have chosen for this gorgeous Blush Tulip fabric, I think that would look amazing in the Billy sweatshirt. Or again, maybe something like the Chasing Butterflies from Pattern Emporium would look incredible with a nice showy sleeve. Again, the Tilling the Buttons Drew. There's so many things you can do with that French terry fabric, or maybe even a beautiful cardigan as well. Another really exciting thing we've just stocked in our store is beautiful embroidery thread from Cottage Garden Threads. Now, this mother and daughter team are quite close to us in the Gippsland region. They hand dye all their beautiful threads. So they are quite popular, of course, made in Australia. Established in 2008. You've got these really cute little packages that you pull down, and you pull your length of your strand, so it all stays really nicely together. Now they're small batched, hand dyed, so when we ordered these, they take about 6 weeks. They're all hand done, but what we love about these is they're sold in collections, and this is the Bookshelf collection by Joanna Kabanoff, and it's all inspired by a beautiful little library. You've got colors that are named after authors. There is anything you'd find in a little library, the fireplace or the sleepy cat, pocket full. I love that combination of colors. You'll see it's all hand dyed and all to match just so beautifully. And the fireplace, that looks like the embers there, just gorgeous. This one is called Cashmere. Just a stunning range of colours. Now Phoebe herself, being the embroidery fan, she has been on at me to get these for quite some time, so they look really beautiful on our pegboard here. There's a little visitor at the door. We have one lone chicken left on our property, and she is about 10 years old. She's really getting up there with the years. She actually lives up in the trees at night time, and she's survived many a fox attack. But yeah, she's our lone chicken, and she comes pecking at our door every afternoon so I can go and give her some more feed. But she's really cute. So I'll have to show you some footage of her, but you can hear some pecking. That's what it is. So yeah, really lovely collection, and this is the Bookshelf collection. So any keen embroiderers out there will know how these gorgeous threads, what good quality they are, and just if you'd like some in your collection, we now have stocks of Cottage Garden Threads. And I've had a quick change. You'll see another new top I have on here today. Now this may ring a bell as well because this is the Rowie by Styarch. Now this pattern was the one I made for our Femme Fatale box. I love that pattern so much. I love the dress. I've had some beautiful customers send in pics of their beautiful leopard print fabric made up in the same pattern. And it's just such a fabulous, quick, easy pattern. That's what we found. A lot of people have been saying that they can't believe how fast this comes together. And I decided to make my Rowie in a top this time, and this is a brand new Cuddle Soft knit jersey. 65 poly, 35 viscose and 5% elastane. So a really nice soft drape, great recovery. It has this lovely sort of brushy texture on one side and then a smooth on the other, but it's because it's that dry touch, it feels sort of cozy. It has that really nice amount of drape for this pattern, and I just love the Rowie so much. I cannot get over what an easy pattern is to make. You've got these beautiful shoulder pleats, and then you've got the gathering along the side on the front, and of course when you cut out the pattern, make sure you're cutting it with the widest amount of stretch going up and down, which is kind of opposite to what you would normally have. But this fabric has a lot more drape and stretch than the viscose knit that we had in our box. And I've got the mocha on here. This is the mocha. Now a lovely GSM as well. These fabrics are 220 GSM. They're 140 centimeters wide. And I want to show you the stretch that we have in this fabric as well. It's really hard to do on your own here, but the horizontal, so we've got the horizontal stretch and we've got the vertical stretch, so that you'll see how nice and drapey that is. And that is exactly what you want for the Rowie dress, which is a perfect pattern in my opinion. I think I could have a whole wardrobe of these. I love how forgiving the style is. They hide, you know, the drapiness sort of hides a multitude of sins there in the tummy area, or if you just want to add a bit of interest with the drapey cowl neck, I would love to see this pattern in the sleeveless for heading into summer, and maybe make a couple of knit dresses. So that's the mocha colour. We also have a lovely blush colour, which would be perfect for having a base staple colour for underneath things. So really lovely pink, blushy, peachy pink colour. We've also got the dusky lilac, which I was really tossing up whether to make. I just thought this colour would be nice to wear underneath my Ace denim jacket when I get it made up. But I am so in love with this colour lilac. Really pretty, and you'll see that nice sort of fluffiness on the front, and then on the back is the smooth. So you could really use it either direction, but the brush side is the proper side. And don't forget about this beautiful sea foam colour green, which is just stunning. So lovely knits, and I just thought these are the kind of knits that people are wanting at the moment because they're not as heavy as normal. So if you're sort of starting to change and think about spring and summer sewing, these will be the perfect weight, so not too thick. And another top very similar to the Rowie is the Liesl & Co Eastern cowl neck tee, and that one is a gorgeous pattern as well, very similar to the neckline if you're wanting it in a paper format as well. We do have the Rowie in paper format in 2 different size ranges, and this is the Liesl & Co very similar version as well. So really great little patterns for kind of having a more elevated style top or t-shirt to wear with a pair of jeans. Thanks for watching that. I hope you've enjoyed our nice little capsule of knitwear and another new woven here. I've got lots more coming in the next couple of weeks, and don't forget, if you haven't purchased an advent calendar, they're on sale now. They will be going fast, so from previous years they don't last that long, usually a couple of days and they're all gone. So we've had so much interest already, so I hope you can manage to grab one of those. And yeah, all these new fabrics will be on the just arrived section on our website, which is the dahliasewciety.au. Have a wonderful sewing week. I'll catch up with you all soon. If you've enjoyed today's vlog, don't forget a thumbs up does help other sewers like you find the channel, and we'll catch up with you all very shortly. Take care. Bye for now.